Enterprise is on a routine mission cataloging planets, but Starfleet wants them to check in on some terraformers on Valara 3 because they're way behind schedule. Picard gives them a call, but Director Mandel is acting super shady and clearly doesn't want company. Troy gets a bad vibe. Picard sends an away team anyway, because that's what they do. Riker, Data, Yar, LaForge, and Troy beam down. Surprise, surprise, something's not right. They explain their master plan to turn this dust bowl into paradise. Then, out of nowhere, Troy gets a sudden burst of pure terror. The team rushes to find the door locked and the drill room going full murder mode. When they finally get inside, hydraulics guys toast, lasered up by a rogue drill. Data and LaForge stay behind to check out the accident. While Data is running a test, the drill suddenly locks onto him and tries to laser his face off. He dodges, the door locks, and LaForge and Benson hear a whole bunch of crashing. When they finally get in, they find Data standing next to the drill, which is now completely wrecked. Picard shuts down operations, which makes Mandel furious. The director insists Picard is overstepping, but Picard doesn't care. Data and LaForge investigate and find something strange. A flicker of light down in one of the boreholes. Crusher sticks the weird glowing thing in a glass case and runs some scans. The computer says it has no organic molecules, but might be alive. Boom! Now there are two glowing things. They try to contain it, but it's messing with the ship's systems. Then the Universal Translator kicks in, and the first words they get are, "Ugly giant bags of mostly water." Harsh, but fair. The entity explains that the terraformers ignored their attempts at peaceful communication. The crew realizes the entity is a micro-brain. Picard confronts Mandel, who admits the terraformers saw random energy patterns but assumed they were harmless. Back in the lab, the micro-brain keeps growing and is now powerful enough to take over the ship. Picard tries reasoning with it, but the entity isn't having it. The team realizes the microbrain is photoelectric, and as soon as the lab goes dark, the microbrain weakens and begs for more light and just wants to go home. Picard obliges, beams it back to the planet, and promises to stay away. The microbrain, still salty, says humans are too arrogant to be trusted and should come back in 300 years maybe. Picard, probably thinking about how the Prime Directive got violated again, agrees. He places a quarantine on Valara 3 and sets course for the nearest starbase. Lesson learned, probably.